Nice to meet you. I'll be your social worker today. So do you guys know why you're here?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, I kind of got some assumption because I got called from school to come, but that's about it.
Alright, so there's been multiple phone calls home and letters that have gone unanswered due to absences at school, and after a certain point in time they contact me or any social worker to try and figure out what's going on, if there's problems or something, anything that we can do to help. So technically you are only allowed to miss 10 days of school, 5% of unexcused absences, which you have exceeded those amount of days, and so we're just gonna kinda go over what we can do to fix that, maybe why that's been happening. So have you been aware that this is going on?
No, I usually just go to work and then they usually I just tell them make sure you lock the house and then go head out to the bus stop and that's it.
Alright, so when you leave for work in the morning, they can pretty much.
Yeah, I mean they're pretty old enough to fix up their own breakfast and lunches and then head out to school.
And you're 16 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. And are you good in school? Do you like school?
Yes, I do like school. It's just hard to physically be there and put my mindset there in the school environment when so many other things are running through my head.
Okay, can you give me an example of something that's running through your head?
To pick up my little sister and to be responsible for her, make sure she has dinner, her lunch, breakfast, take her to wherever she needs to be, and then I also have a job.
Okay. How about you? Do you like school?
Yeah, I like school.
Okay, it looks like your attendances have been pretty regular and you're still in the clear, so that's good. Have you observed any odd behavior that they haven't been going to school? You're just completely unaware of it? Okay. Alright, then, let's see. Now, how often are you working?
I'm pretty much working almost the whole week. I have 2 jobs.
Okay, what do you do?
I am a secretary at a hospital, and then I'm also a waitress at nights.
Okay, so do you have any time at home? What are
Pretty
your
much
hours?
it literally goes from probably 8:30, but usually I have to go a little bit early, and then I get out around 7 or 8.
Okay. Now, does that put stress on you that you're just always gone?
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's financial that I have to make sure I provide a home and food for my children, and then the billing, and then other necessities for school that they need. Just trying to maintain. Single mom is pretty hard, and then keeping up with jobs and stuff like that. So I hardly get time for myself.
Right. And single mom, you're the sole income coming in, the only income?
Yes.
Alright, you're not getting any financial support? Alright. And how do you guys feel that your mom's always gone?
I take a lot of the responsibility, I feel like, and sometimes I can't do things, I can't go out with my friends, and I'm secluded from them, they don't wanna talk to me anymore, and I can't do the things that I like.
They don't want to talk to you because you're never around for them?
Yes.
Alright, and does that cause stress on you mentally, emotionally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
And how do you feel that your mom's not?
I don't know. I wish she was around more. I wish I could help a little bit more with my sister. But I try what I can, so.
Okay. So you're the only one that is home, no one watches over you, no one comes over during the day or anything? Okay. Do you have family that is by?
No, they're not that they're close. My mother lives about probably 45 minutes, and then my father is pretty much working so he doesn't have time to like, and then my mom like me doesn't really have a car.
Mhm. Alright. And how about their father?
Their father's not in the picture.
Is there a reason behind that, or
No, he just simply didn't support us anymore.
he didn't support you? Alright. Now, have you ever tried to file for child support,
I am, in process, cause I've tried it before, and, obviously he was able to provide a good lawyer, and I did not. So, my case didn't go through, and then he was making like pretty, I think he was saying good, somewhat of an income.
he was getting a good income?
Yeah, but he was like, I don't know how it happened that somehow they were able to say that he didn't have enough money, when I obviously know that he doesn't have enough money.
Mhm. So I'm seeing that there's a huge struggle with financial support, so we're gonna need to look into some options that can help you out with that. That's obviously causing a strain on your guys' relationship. So you prefer that they have no contact?
Yeah, because, simply because if he never was here from day one when they were born, why not? And he obviously is kind of like not willing to cooperate with me with helping me out with financial, so he doesn't deserve to be in our lives.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
I'm fine with that, cause I've never met him, so,
There's no desire, or?
no, I don't think so. Sometimes, occasionally, when you see like another daughter with their father, or a friend, with their father, but,
Okay, and how about you?
I think I have a little bit more desire than my sister, but I don't wanna go against what my mom says, and I know he isn't there for us, so why should I? But I kinda do, I kind of wanna see them and have a relationship with them.
Okay. Do you guys feel like your family bond is okay, besides not being home a lot? Do you feel like you have strong relationships?
I think me and my sister have a strong relationship as well.
Okay, and now how you seem that they have a strong relationship, they clearly, left you out of that a little bit. How does that make you feel?
Well, it is pretty sad, cause I hate to hear that my daughters feel that way, but, I kind of would assume we have a strong support system as coming together, like she helps me out with taking care of her and herself while I go work. In a way she's kind of supporting me to like work, but, I don't know, it kinda does, it does seem a little, I don't know, how like, it saddens me as a mother that I'm not gonna be able to like do activities with them, as much as I would like, so that's hard to hear.
Yeah. I feel like you feel, now, correct me if I'm wrong, that it's strong that you can rely on her and give so much responsibility and trust
Mhm.
to her. So
Yes.
you feel like that's a positive
Oh,
that
definitely,
can
I
come out
mean,
of it.
I know she's a good daughter, both of them are, but she's older, she's not doing some of the mistakes that I did, definitely just, she's being responsible, behaving well, never really caused me any problems, so that's why I really like fully trust her with like keeping her in the house and taking care of themselves.
Do you see your mom's point of view on that?
I see a little bit, but I think I'm sacrificing too much of my life to help out so much.
Absolutely, I understand that. So how would you describe life at home when it's just you guys? What's
When it's me
typical?
and my sister,
Mhm.
like when we come home from school, I usually have to do homework, and then whatever chores she has me do. And then we usually play a game, watch a movie, hang out, and then we eat dinner, and then she gets me ready and I have to go to bed.
options? Do you
Much
do
typical.
cooking, or do you order out, or?
No, I usually cook. I usually go to the grocery store too to get groceries. Even if something needs to be like fixed around the house.
Now, you said you have a job.
Yes.
That money for groceries and things like that, is that coming out of your paycheck, or is that something mom helps with?
Usually it does. Not all of it, like I keep a very small sum for myself. But yeah, usually it does.
Okay, now, does that mean that your money's going towards bills and other things and you just can't help support with?
Yeah, obviously like my insurance and then also like other water bills, gas bill, electric bill, and other expenses like that.
Okay, and your two jobs, you feel as if you need extra financial support from your daughter.
You're correct.
Okay. So it looks like you're taking on, a pretty high role in the family, pretty high up there, that you're taking on a lot of responsibility for a 16-year-old. Does that make you resent your mom at all, or is that a reason behind, you feel like you're grown up so you don't need to go to school, or you just?
I think so, a little bit. It's a resentment of her because I have to do so much and because I'm missing out. And I know I want to do it more with my life and go to college, but I don't think it's a possibility.
Okay, and you expand why you don't think it's a possibility.
Because, like you said, my roles, because I don't have time really to do it because I can't even attend school. How am I going to attend college classes?
You don't feel, as your sister gets older, that you also will be able to let go, or maybe your mom won't be able to take, you just don't feel like it's a possibility at all?
Yeah, I think it would be hard to let go of my little sister because we have such a good connection. I think in a way like she wouldn't have anybody else, maybe.
Do you feel like that's an accurate assumption?
Yeah, I do tend to drift towards my sister more. When we all are home, it's hard to figure out who to listen to, cause my mom will be like, no, you don't have to do this, but we have a set schedule, and I know what my sister wants me to do, so it's just hard to know who to listen to. And I wish I could do more. I wish I could help and take on a little bit more responsibility, but it kind of falls on my sister, and I know that, so.
Okay, so you said that you're unsure of who to listen to now. Is there a conflict in, rules when you're home?
Sometimes, yeah. Like I said, 'cause they don't really see me that much. So when I do have certain weekends where like I come in and I'm like, hey, pick up your stuff, or hey, like come listen when they're not like listening, especially with her more, and that's not so much her, but well, a little bit. She'll rebel at times, but she kind of won't really like listen to me sometimes. She'll much listen to her sister.
Okay, and is that causing even more strain on the relationship?
I do feel like as if she is like sort of mad at me, but like I said, I really can't help that. Like I would like to build a closer relationship, but it's not, like it's hard for me to do that, since because I'm working two jobs, but especially with the discipline, like I would like for her to listen more, um, to like when I would tell her to do something, or just simple as like helping up with like personal things, like obviously she knows when I'm not there, like she does it, they do it. She listens to her, like I said, so she'll pick up the things, but when I'm not there, it's kind of like sometimes they won't like do what they're supposed to. I guess maybe because I'm there, physically there. So
You feel like they're rebelling just because you're present?
maybe.
Okay, and what's your take on this?
I don't think I rebel because she's present, but I feel like, well, I guess kind of that makes sense because I do everything like anyway when she's not there, so why would I have to, like, in a way, listen to her, I guess?
You feel as if you're fine when she's not there, so when she is present, you don't need to do anything differently?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, like obviously when they're on weekends, like I don't expect her to take care of her. Like obviously I can do that, but it's just the fact that like she might think it as a break, but like the only thing I'm expecting for them is just to pick up after themselves, like when I'm there. So I mean I'm not expecting anything more than what we usually do during the week.
Now, at the beginning of that sentence, you said, I don't expect her to look after the younger one on the weekends. Now, it's an expectation of yours
Sometimes
during the week?
I would say so, yeah. Cause like I said, I can't afford daycare. I can't afford someone to like come in, and I most certainly don't really know anyone like that to come and take care of both of them. Yeah, I just wouldn't want any other stranger just coming in and watching them.
Now, your expectation though of a 16-year-old is causing a strain with her schooling because she is taking on so much responsibility, trying to live up to your expectations. Do you see how that can cause issues with her education?
Yeah, like in a way, but like I said, I really don't have an option, so like I kind of need her to help me out in a way to look after my other daughter.
Do you put a high importance of education for your daughters?
I do, cause I don't want for them to end up like me. But I mean, what else can I do? Like, I want them to go to school, but obviously it's more of a problem with her because she's doing good at school and attending school, but she's not, and it's just like, well, I'm like stuck in a situation where like I didn't even know about, and obviously because I'm not there, but like I don't know what to do to make her go to school more without having to leave her alone.
Right. We can talk about options for maybe possibilities of doing that in a little bit. Let's see. But first and foremost, the most important issue that I am brought here for is obviously the neglect of education. Like I said, it's against the law. It's a form of neglect and can be looked at as a form of child abuse. So it's very important to, even though there are these expectations and responsibilities that need to get taken care of at home, a child's education obviously cannot be neglected. So we're going to have to talk about ideas and ways to, be able to come to a happy medium. Are you okay with that? You want to go to school, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Now, do you have any ideas of any options of what you could possibly do?
No,
No.
not in regards to like someone watching them and taking care of them. That's mainly the issue, I would say. I mean, everywhere they're gonna want to charge, and no one's gonna want to watch for free, and I wouldn't want anyone just coming in and like watching them.
Well, there are programs that can get set up through the schooling, like after school programs for you, or even get her on the bus and you can go and you can stay a little bit longer until you're done or something like that. Is there a conflict in time schedule between your guys' schools?
I guess that would work if she was after school. Because she gets out usually before I do, and I have to leave school, and I usually like skip a class to go pick her up.
Mhm.
So I guess she does an after school program or maybe a before school program would work out.
Yes, yes, I think that would be a good idea. Would you be open to something like that?
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that go in there, so I'd be willing to do that.
Okay.
No, till what time is after school?
It depends on each schooling. Some go until 5. That's usually what the latest ones are. We would have to look into the specific school program. Do you have an issue?
No, just like I would want to know like how long she's able to stay there.
Okay. Would you be okay with?
Yeah, absolutely.
just
I
for
mean, it would
something like
ease
that.
off some like stress on her and help her with school.
Okay. Alright, so a second issue that I'm seeing with all three of you is communication. There's obviously a big struggle in communication since you didn't even know that she was skipping school. Was there a reason that you didn't tell her? You weren't open with that?
I feel like I can handle things on my own because I'm so independent. I don't think I don't communicate well at all. I think I just communicate with my sister more, not so much my mom.
So you didn't really look at it as being an issue of just not telling her, it was more of you thinking, well, this is how I'm going to handle it, rather than you needing to tell your mom. Okay. Do you have any ideas on how you could all communicate better?
Well, I mean, like, I wish she would have told me, like, I'm the mom, I'm supposed to know all these things, I'm supposed to, like, be aware of what's going on. Like I said, I fully trust her going to school, and if this is going on, it's kind of like it surprises me. But, I mean, now I understand that she's doing a little bit more of a workload, going out of her way to take care of her sister. But I wish she would have told me so then we could have like talked about it as a whole family and see from there what we would do.
What I'm understanding is, the lack of communication kind of stems from the lack of time spent together. Do you agree?
Yeah, I would agree.
I agree.
Okay, now I think that it's really, really important, as a family to set aside that time where all three of you can be together, for that. Do you agree with that as well?
Yeah.
Okay, now is there any possible way that you could set aside time to be with them?
I could try to like maybe call some days off, like at least I don't know, once a month or something, or maybe try to see with my other job too a little bit, or see if they're a little more flexible. Because obviously I don't wanna like not be worried about focusing on like money wise and not my family. Like I understand they're both like I mean this is a necessity to have money and to help them out, but it's also they need me.
What do you guys think about that?
I feel the same way. I think it's possible. If you can take off some days or maybe work something out with your supervisor.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys could set aside a night, maybe do something all together. Would you like that?
Yeah, I'd like to spend time more with my mom.
Like even just like watch a movie together, maybe.
Yeah, you don't even have to really go out anywhere and
Mhm.
watch a movie or something, make some popcorn. Okay, and then, obviously, this kind of just keeps bouncing off of each other, snowballing, that lack of time together is spent is due to another issue of the financial issues, which is, another clear thing that I'm seeing in this session. So we have to talk about different ways where, you can be financially supported and financially stable enough where you can spend, those extra days as a family. So I think the first step is obviously to, look into some programs. There's things such as TANF, the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, or SNAP, which is like food stamps, things like that that can just bring in a little extra income that could obviously help with you where maybe you'd be able to take those times off. I think another important thing is really following through with that child support. Now you said earlier that you were in the process of doing that. You tried to do it before.
Mhm.
You're trying again.
Yeah. Well, okay. The reason why, like, I mean, I didn't want to really say it because I haven't really told but I guess this should be a time to tell him. The father, he's never really supported us. That's pretty much like just going. But he's incarcerated. He was very like abusive. So.
Towards you.
Mhm.
Alright, now you two did not know that your father was incarcerated.
Oh.
Do you feel comfortable continuing talking about this?
I do.
Yeah, you're okay?
Mhm.
Okay, we could talk about this a little further. Now, abusiveness, did that happen a while ago?
Well, when we were like together, and then like, I mean, he was kind of sort of even when they were like younger. She had to be like about maybe 2, and she wasn't born yet. But like even when they were like younger, he would still kind of try to like win me back and stuff, and then it's kind of like it would repeat again, and I was just pretty much like fed up because he was doing to me. Like I was afraid that he would hurt them, especially because they're my girls. So he did get incarcerated for well, I filed obviously a report about it, and then he got incarcerated for something stupid he did. So he's been there since then, but I just like I'd rather not have him in our life, and he won't be able to give any support because he doesn't have a job. He's so.
Alright, now how are you feeling about this situation?
About never knowing it. I feel like I respect my mother more because I never knew that and what she had to deal with. I was little, so I probably didn't understand that was happening. Yeah, I think I just respect my mother a little bit more hearing about that and where she comes from.
Okay, that's good. Open communication. It's just tying things together. How do you feel about this?
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
That's fine, you don't.
I mean, if it was happening when I wasn't born and I was little, then I don't know.
That's completely fine. If with that whole situation, I'm sure that there's definitely some holds on taking that route for financial support. That's why the other things such as TANF would be useful. I think that the open communication is really good. Do you have anything to say to them
like,
about it?
Well, I do feel bad. Like I've been wanting to tell you guys about it, but it's just I didn't know how you guys would react, and like it's hard for me saying something like that to you guys, and I didn't know whether you guys would understand or anything. But I do feel better now, and I do appreciate that you understand. You might understand a little bit later, but definitely I would like to have more of open communication so you guys can feel more better talking about anything with me rather than experiencing yourself. I know you're growing up pretty much along with her, so any like questions or concerns of their relationships or friends or schools and stuff, like I would appreciate if you guys would have like just talk to me more. I mean, I hardly see you guys, and I know that's kind of hard, but like I would like to make an effort to spend more time with you guys and be open to talking about things.
Definitely.
So you feel like you can reciprocate that, be a little more open?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe, rather than just solely looking at your older sister as, the only person that you can see, you can also, come to your mom for things like that. So we went over, there's also the option of, certain housings that can maybe help you out, such as Section 8, help you out with your, bills that you have, you talked about earlier, you've got your gas bill, your water bill, and it's putting pressure on your daughter to, take money out of her own to, buy groceries for the two of them. Would you be interested in looking at programs such as TANF?
Yeah, definitely. I
Section
mean, even though we try to get like the cheapest things, but it obviously builds up. And that's her money that she's earning. And at first, I guess now I can see it like now that you're listing resources, like okay, it eases off tension to both of us, but especially her because she's been helping me out with them using money to spend for groceries for them. So that would definitely be definitely a possibility to do.
Okay, awesome. I can definitely get you all kinds of information on that. And we can go over that further even if it's just me and you. And you really probably don't wanna listen to all that.
No.
So, I think that would be a great start. Also, I just wanna touch on support systems. Obviously, as a family, you need to be supportive of one another, where I think we kinda touched on that with communication and but I also think outside support systems are important as well. You said that your family really, they live far and, they have jobs too, but I think that it's important to be able to get both of you involved. Obviously your father figure is not in the picture, and so, having a grandpa or an uncle or someone like that might be, important in their lives. Do you think that would be?
Yeah, maybe like my days that I have off, maybe like giving them a call tomorrow, or if I can maybe like go out there sometime as a break to kind of get away from our area. That would be a possibility, and then they can spend, like you said, spend more time with them, get to know them a little bit more, we'll see them more often. So.
Would you be interested in something like that?
Definitely. Maybe they could, come with the bus, do you think?
Maybe. We'll know, that's down the line.
I mean, that's something to, discuss if you feel that's important to you.
One step at a time.
One step at a time, exactly. Besides family, friends is a big thing. You said earlier you lost a lot of your friends, and I'm sure that's hurtful, and a 16-year-old, that's one of the biggest times in their lives to hang out with their friends. I think school activities is very important. Are you interested in anything like sports or clubs?
Oh, definitely. Probably some clubs.
You just
Like
feel
I like to write, and I
time.
like art. Yeah. So I think I would be much more happier if I was more involved in school activities and maybe pursuing improving my education.
I think that's an important step for you, especially to get involved in something. We talked about the after school programs. That definitely is important, especially if she is able to, stay after school for an hour for a club or something, and then she's still available to be at home to get you off the bus or pick you up from school. So I think that in order for you to really, immerse yourself in your education, we have to focus on news, and I think getting you an after school program will really help a lot, and you'll be able to attend school more.
Yeah.
So you have plans to go back to school and continue?
Definitely, yeah.
Alright, well, I think that this was a great start. I'm obviously, going to want to continue seeing you guys, giving you more information on certain programs that we can get, you started on, and looked into, and, checking up on you, making sure that, you know, there isn't any neglect and you are fulfilling your education.
Yeah, I can see if maybe I can start now that I think about it. Make sure, excuse me, that I like maybe start a little bit later in work to make sure like she goes to school and she goes to school. So I mean, not that I'm doubting, but I mean, obviously it's come to a situation where I need to make sure
Right.
both of them go to school, and then going to after school would definitely help because then she would. I mean, you would probably just watch her for like 2 hours or an hour after you're done school, so that would definitely help.
Alright, so, I think this was really good. I think I saw a lot of positive things, a lot of responsibility, a lot of trusting from you, and, you know, you are just so very loving towards both of them, and, you know, so I think that it'll be really good to take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and go from there.
Mhm.
Is there any questions?
No. Sounds good.
Alright. Sounds great. Well then I will, set up another appointment. We're probably gonna, you know, make this weekly and make sure everyone's staying on track.
Okay, sounds good.
Alright.
Alright, thank you.
You're welcome.